Hey guys, Chmelaeon.com here. Today we're going to be doing an overview for the O'Neill Reactor Series wetsuit. This is the best wetsuit money can buy, according to Amazon.com. And we're going to have a link in the description below for this specific wetsuit and other wetsuits available on Amazon.com. But as you can see, after I search the word just wetsuit on top, focus, you get a couple of sponsored things, but the Amazon choice, clearly, O'Neill Reactor. It says men's, but it comes in, youth, women's. So if you happen to be a female, it's going to leave you some room for your breasts. But with that said, we're going to have this in the description below. It's got a single super seal neck, flat lock construction, crypto knee pads. So there's knee pads built in when you're crawling around, maybe on a boat deck or whatever. And strategic paddle zones. Now that may come off as vague, so I actually pulled it up on the company's website, and I'm just going to pull up a couple of key features. It's got top sleeve and undersleeve fluid flex. Before I read that off, let me actually get this. Whether you're in the water in between seasons or enjoying the view, O'Neill has you covered. We offer a wide array of high-performance layering pieces that can be used on their own or combined with accessories to protect you from the elements. Cold, water, wind, and UV protection, which is part of the reason I have mine. Enable you to last longer and enjoy every minute outside. First, last out, more fun. Yeah, man, when you're out in the ocean, snorkeling, never fun if you get sunburned, and this completely negates that. It's got fluid flex and fluid foam, 30-70. Smooth skin, let me go from the top. Top sleeve, fluid flex, chest and back mesh, smooth skin fluid foam. It's got knee pads. This one, of course, is a spring suit, so it doesn't, but you get the idea. Just for size, this is a full wetsuit we're reading off, which actually, guys, I recommend the full wetsuit because, you're going to get cooled off by the water anyway, but it really does keep you quite warm, which is good. Whole point of a wetsuit, which we're going to get to in a second. It's got a YKK back zip system. I was actually going to comment on that when I go through the suit about the YKK zipper. It's got a single super seal collar, fully adjustable seal, hidden key pocket. Okay, I guess there's a key pocket in there. And a flat lock stitch and strategic seamless paddle zones. So, I'm going to look through the suit just in case you're curious on the suit. So here's the suit. It's the Reactor. Of course, it doesn't have the arms because this is a spring suit. But the cool thing about it, this is actually the back. This is the front of the suit. It's got O'Neill on the front. But you'll see if you're wearing it, you don't need an assistant to take it off because it's got this really long lanyard, and I'm pulling from here, and see how much slack I have, and you can still pull it down. It's because it's this giant, well-made YKK zipper, which is a very well-known brand name of zippers. They're high quality. And let me see if I can pull anything else from here. Here's some more stuff about O'Neill. Basically how to take care of it after each use, rinse out, wetsuit with fresh water, and hang up to dry. So you just give it a hose down. This wetsuit is not intended to be used for support or diving. For the sport of diving. So you just dry it out. You're not even supposed to dry it in a mechanical dryer. Your life, Pretty cool. Great suit, highly recommended, Amazon choice, and also, according to their tag, it comes with a 1-year limited warranty, and of course, if you don't like it, you're always backed up by the Amazon A to Z guarantee. So, with that said, oh, one more thing. I thought this was nice. I think this is neoprene, but they put another piece of material on this little hook. So I guess if there's a tear, or somehow it gets cut, which is highly unlikely. It's very high quality, but just in case, they give you a little piece of foam, which I thought was nice of them to do. Here's the seal neck fit. It's got it's double Velcro. That thing is definitely keeping you sealed. Okay, one more thing, and then I'll let you go. So just so you guys know, a wetsuit is a garment usually made from foamed neoprene, which is this stuff right here. Usually worn by surfers, divers, windsurfers, canoeists, and others engaged in water sports. You can even wear it kayaking if you wanted to. And other activities in or on the water, providing thermal insulation, abrasion resistance. So if you're on a coral reef or something, you don't want to get cut up, this is a great solution. and buoyancy. Okay, I guess it gives you a little bit of buoyancy too. That's nice. The insulation properties depend on the bubbles of gas enclosed within the material, which reduce its ability to conduct heat. The bubbles also give the wetsuit a low density, providing buoyancy in water. So I guess you float a little easier, or maybe you float in general. Let me know in the comments below. Hugh Bradner, a University of California, Berkeley physicist, invented the modern wetsuit in 1952. Wetsuits became available in the mid-1950s and evolved as a relatively fragile foam neoprene was first backed and later sandwiched with thin sheets of a tougher material such as nylon, and later Leica spandex. Improvements in the way joints in wetsuits were made by gluing, taping, and blind stitching, helped the suit to remain waterproof and reduce flushing, the replacement of water trapped between suit and body by cold water from the outside. Further improvements in the seal at the neck, wrists, ankles, and zippers produced the skin known as semi-dry. Of course, I wonder if that's an O'Neill suit in the photo. I think it is. Anyway. Where did I leave off here? Different types of wetsuit are made for different uses and different temperatures. Suits range from a thin 2mm or less, shorty, covering just the torso, to a full 8mm semi-dry, usually complemented by neoprene boots, gloves, and hood. Okay. The difference between a wetsuit and a dry suit is that a wetsuit allows water to enter the suit, where dry suits are designed to prevent water from entering, thus keeping the undergarments dry and preserving their insulating effectiveness. Wetsuits can give adequate protection in warm to moderately cold waters. Dry suits are typically more expensive and more complex to don, but can be used where protection from low temperatures or contaminated water is needed. So that is basically a wetsuit in a nutshell. It's used by scuba divers, kite surfers, for sea rescue. It's got a lot of different insulation properties, semi-dry suits. If you guys want, you can read through this as well. But that's pretty much it. History of the wetsuit, seam taping, seam gluing, blind stitch revolution. So they've come a long way, and O'Neill is really leading the charge as far as making great wetsuits that are actually affordable. So, on that note, I think Chmelaeon.com is out. If you're looking for a wetsuit, wet gloves, or just whatever gear you need to go out and hit the beach, hit the water, hit that link below. O'Neill Reactor Series wetsuits. I highly recommend these things. They're well made, and they have a warranty to back them up. On that note, Chmelaeon.com is out. Oh, and by the way, be sure to check out Chmelaeon.com. We have a ton of products. We're like a micro Amazon. We have electronics and scuba gear. We have snorkels and fun stuff like that. So check us out. On that note, Chmelaeon.com is out. Peace.